So anybody has any question about what we did last time about the koshas or the sheets, the 5 sheets, that there are subtler, and subtler means more pervasive, and the last part was that what we read, that the problem with us is that we get attached to these sheets and we forget that we are that Om, we are that consciousness, and that's where all the trouble starts. That we create our own samsara because we identify with these sheets constantly, one sheet or the other. And then he gave an example that when I say, oh, I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm identifying with the body sheet, and then when my mind is agitated and all, I'm identifying with my mental sheet, and I have this idea and that idea, then intellectual sheet. And when we are in deep sleep, then we are identifying with the bliss sheet. But they're all, the man of realization understands that these are just sheets, they are just covering, I'm not that. That's why he's a witness. Okay, so that's where we were. And the paragraph that we're going to read is, although we live within each of us. And I think Anilji, you wanted to read, you can read this. You have that, Anilji? The printed material?
I have it.
Huh. Although we live.
Although we live within each of us, the above described madness and confusion of personalities, it is universally noticeable that every one of us is ready to sacrifice the outer for the satisfaction of the inner sheets. For example, let us suppose that a man has a painful ulcer in his forearm, giving him unending tortures to the mind. A doctor approaches him and advises that he must get his arm amputated. The patient readily allows his arm to be amputated. The patient readily allows his gross body to be chopped off so that he may cure the agitation of the mind.
So basically he's saying that the higher sheath or the more pervasive sheath we attach to, the lower one we are ready to sacrifice it. And like the one example that all of you over here like will identify is like the new mom. She will sacrifice her sleep or everything for the little baby, and because mentally she's so attached and loved whatever that she will sacrifice her comforts. That everybody can understand. And then he's given another example, that next paragraph.
In another instance, when a religious or political ideal has taken possession of one's intellect, the revolutionary is ready to suffer any amount of physical discomfort and even mental tortures in order to preserve the convictions of his intellect. That is to say, when he identifies himself with his intellect, in order to satisfy the inner sheets, he is ready to flout and completely ignore the demands and claims of his outer sheets.
So here he just saying that how political ideal जिनका होता है वो अपनी जान तक दे देते हैं, right? तो वो because the intellectual sheath is higher, mental torture भी सह लेंगे, physical torture भी सह लेंगे, लेकिन अपनी बात पे अड़े रहते हैं because they are identifying with that higher sheath. That's what he's saying. So it's the same logic now you apply to the self-realize and you will see. Go ahead.
When once we have followed closely our arguments so far, we can easily understand the state of mind of the great prophets and masters when they, after discovering their real nature to be the Atma, readily ignored and suffered all their sheaths to be ripped open.
So read the next paragraph, it will clarify.
A Christ persecuted and put on the cross would sincerely pray to the Lord in all forgiveness and charity. Lord, forgive them, they know not what they do. Or a Mahatma in our own times could crumble down with bullets in his chest, singing Ram Ram.
So this is, he's talking about Mahatma Gandhi. So basically now he's saying that how, because Christ को तो सूली पे चढ़ा दिया, फिर भी वो क्या बोल रहे थे? forgive these people, they don't know what they are doing, means he was so much in that mode of, connecting with the higher, he's willing to give up everything. That's what it is, that, and if you see these, just recently I saw a documentary on Ramana Maharishi, and towards the end of his life, he had a cancer on his arm. And you see, nothing fazed him. He was not like other people would come and treat it, and he will just, okay, if you want to treat, go ahead and treat. But I don't need it. But if you want to do it, that's just to make his bhakta happy. That's all. And the body is going to go. And then, most of these saints and sages, even Shirdi, के साई बाबा, after he left on this earth, तब उनका ज़्यादा बढ़ता है. विवेकानंद का देख लो, चिन्मयानंद जी का देख लो, सभी का, बिकॉज उनका जो सोल की, क्या बोलना चाहिए, गरिमा इतनी ज़्यादा होती है कि बॉडी is in fact, when they leave the body, Mahasamadhi Day is a celebration for the bhaktas, because he's merging with the entire consciousness. So they don't look at it as some crying mode or nothing like that. They call it a celebration of his life, because he's taught so much and now he's merged with God. That's how it is. So all the lower sheets don't matter. That's what he's saying. So we'll skip the next paragraph because there's another example, to save some time. But last 3 paragraphs we'll read. So now start with rediscovery of the self.
You want me to read? Rediscovery of the self is not only the ending of all our confusions and sense of imperfections, but also at once an ascent to a state of supermanhood or godhood. So
here he's saying rediscovery of the self. So the way he's describing self-realization is you are rediscovering. It's already there, but you had forgotten your nature, and now you're rediscovering yourself. That's what he's saying.
So is it also that, can it apply to moving from duality to non-duality?
Yes, absolutely. Because consciousness is one.
Yes.
So the moment you are going towards it, you are getting away from duality. And the most important point is you will physically you will live in duality. And you will cherish that too.
It's realization.
Yeah, but it's knowing. If I already know, I am, how do I say? The best example is of an actor. Okay? Actor knows inside his heart who he is. But because he knows who he is, he can act so good. अगर वो भूल जाए ना कि मैं कौन हूँ, और अगर वो भिखारी बना है तो भिखारी बना रह जाएगा, तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी मूवी में. That's what it is over here. That the person knows his identity so good that he can act in the world beautifully.
The dream of the Upanishad seers was of a nation of Hindus, every one of them a superman, a master of circumstances and happenings around and within him. How each one of us can accomplish this is the spiritual ritual in which our false animal values of life are offered as oblation into the well-lit fires of our discrimination. So this is burning through the layers, right?
हाँ, basically बोलते हैं कि हिंदी में बोलते हैं, you will understand in Hindi, कि ज्ञान की अग्नि में अज्ञान को जला दिया.
Right.
हाँ, that's what he's saying, कि ये sheets, it's not like they disappear physically, but mentally you understand it. Okay, they are nashwar, they are going to go.
We are now riddled with lower values because we identify ourselves with the matter envelopments and view life through these distorting media. How we can withdraw our identification with the outer envelopments and turn inward, as it were, in a spirit of self-discovery. This is accomplished through meditation.
So now he's telling you the goal in meditation, that, withdraw identification with these sheets and, go towards self-discovery. And, whoever has seen Chinmayanand talk and all that, and, Meena ji and Sushil ji know very well, he keeps a chart next to him with the Om on the top, and then a PFT and perceiver, feeler, thinker, he calls it, OET, object, emotions, thought. So basically, getting beyond all this and reaching that Om. That's the whole spiritual journey, actually. That's what it is.
You may wonder why we should know all these details. It is not sufficient if I do as I'm told. Ask a brother seeker. Friends, faith, no doubt, is a great and mighty ally to the seeker. But blind faith, born from fear and thriving in ignorance, is a chain of slavery. Knowledge lends an edge to and a direction for sadhana and helps us to do our pilgrimage with jet plane comfort, torpedo precision, and rocket speed.
He's really said it, you know. Jet plane comfort, torpedo precision, and rocket speed. So he's saying it's very important to know the goal. So even because in fact, before starting the Bhagavad Gita, he calls it logic of spirituality. And in Chinmaya Mission, we always start with that. Whenever we starting chapter 1, we will first listen to logic of spirituality, because he will give you the why we need spirituality. It's very important to know our goal. नहीं तो ऐਵੇਂ ही तो फिर कोई जाने को तैयार ही नहीं होएगा. पढ़े लिखे लोग बोलेंगे मेरे को क्या मालूम क्या मिलने वाला है, सब ऐਵੇਂ ही है, you know. And you know, I know that I don't want to bring the topic of caste system, but the only point I want to make here is that if we don't understand what Krishna Bhagwan is saying about caste system, we will never know what the reality is. You know, we always live in this delusional world that, oh, it's so bad and all. But aaya kahan se? And to fix that, first we have to understand what it is. And you know, like most of the Chinmaya Mission children, when they come out of Bal Vihar, they know now. With lot of confidence, they can, you know, because this is a question and it creates so much heated debates always, because there's so many things negative happened in India, but that was not the intention. But somewhere along the line, things got bad, and you will see that as we go into Kathopanishad also, the first 2 verses are going to tell you the danger of ritualism. That if you don't, it is not backed by that higher knowledge, what can happen? You just do. And I don't know about all of you, but I grew up that way, doing just rich. I didn't know what it was and all that. Yeah, like you are from Rajasthan, right, Anilji? You are from
Delhi.
Delhi. I don't know if any Rajasthanis are there. They do a Gangor. Until like much later, I didn't even know that was a Parvati ji. They are worshipping. You know, sabhi kar rahe. No, neither our mothers told us. Nobody told us what it was. They just do it like totally blindly, you know. And after a while, we don't know why we are doing what we are doing, and then you bring your own 2 cents worth, and the whole thing becomes like totally distorted. You know, and then we say, then we blame our you know, dharma, that, oh, you know, this is what is happening and all. The truth is that's not what the saints and sages said to begin with. Tumne usko bigada hai, you know. And then we cannot understand until we go back to those original verses. And that's why I think in this class I always say that if you want to bring some verses, bring actual verses. You know, that if this is what Krishna Bhagwan said, or this is what Arjun said, or this is what Dhritarashtra said, actual verses. Because otherwise we add our own things and then it gets all, you know, watered down totally. So this commentary ended over here. We will, this Shanti part is there. And now you know which Upanishad is coming from. That we say Om Sahana Bhavatu, you know. So now everybody who has a book can go to the book. We will just do the Shanti part. It's small, and then we will close the class today. We have 10 minutes, I think, can finish that before we go to the discussion part. So how many of you have the book now? Most of you do, right? Great. Okay. So I'm just going to chant this, and you already know this, and we will see the meaning. Everybody is on that peace invocation part of the book now, because the book has it.
What is the page number, Maji?
Okay, my page number is different. So I'm going to ask one of you to tell Sheila ji the page number, because your book is different.
Yeah, mine is yours.
Can someone tell her which?
Mine is 17, XVI.
Roman 17.
Roman letter 17. मेरे में वो Roman letter खत्म कर दिया and they started with the number 1, page number 1. But basically it's called peace invocation. संस्कृत में है शांति पाठ. So Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. So here the meaning Om. Now whoever did Mandukya immediately will know what Om is now. But whoever has not done it, just think of it as a symbol of the divine, symbol of that consciousness. Symbol of the Parabrahma, it says. Saha is together. No, us. Avatu, protect. Saha, again together. No is us. Bhunaktu, come to enjoy. And what enjoy? What? Bliss of knowledge. That's what we are studying. Saha is together. Viryam is effort. Karvavahai is let us both do. Means we are doing this action of studying. Tejasvina means well studied. Basically saying that may our study be brilliant together. Because here, you are benefiting, I am benefiting. So it's together. Adhitam astu. What we study. Ma is never. Vid vishavahaihi. Quarrel with each other. Imagine the insight of those rishis. They know that sometimes, you may disagree with the teacher. Say, hey, I don't understand this. And then if the ego of both of them are big, it'll end up in a quarrel. And then boom, it will, or sometimes, the student can think, oh, this teacher is favoring this person more and it, picking on me or vice versa. So it's saying, भगवान से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं कि भाई ऐसा ना हो, हमारा एक लविंग रिलेशनशिप रहे और हम साथ में पढ़ें. मतलब to me it's such a brilliant kind of prayer. तो उसमें दोनों की responsibility बोलिए, teacher and the taught, that that both have to be work together so that we get the true import of this. So a healthy argument is very good in a sense that if you genuinely have a question, but that sometimes people do question for the sake of questioning, or let me find out how much this person knows, and things like that. They don't want to do that because you have to have faith and shraddha and all that, and then together, and then you will see in that whole Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks many questions. See the way he asked and the way Krishna Bhagavan answered. Krishna Bhagavan never got irritated with his questions. But he also was not challenging Krishna Bhagavan. And even if he challenges Krishna Bhagavan, he challenges so that something comes out of it. He's not challenging him to उनको नीचा दिखाने के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मगर challenging कि हे कृष्ण भगवान ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है, because मैं तो ये समझ रहा हूँ, मुझे बताइए कैसा है. That's where the question is. So when we study Bhagavad Gita, lot of times certain questions or Katopnishad mein, certain things will sound outlandish because we are taught to think in certain way in the world. And now he's going to tell you to think opposite way. There's a reason. And if I have patience, if I ask right question, I will get the point. But sometimes it takes time. So that's where this whole thing is coming from. But let's read a little bit. Who has not read before and would like to read today now that you have the book? Anyone?
I can read, but where you want me to read from?
This read, let him protect the meaning of this verse.
Okay. Let him protect us both. May he bless us with bliss of knowledge. Let us exert together. May what we study be well studied. May we not hate or quarrel with each other. Om, peace, peace, peace.
और ये शांति शांति का मैंने पहले बता दिया था ना. There are three kind of problems that can happen. One is adhyatmic, comes from within. My mind can be agitated or my body can have some problems. So he's saying that peace, I'm praying to God that अभी मैं जब जब तक पढ़ रही हूँ peace रखना. And then the environment can create problems. We know fires are happening, pandemic, ye wo. So while I'm studying, let not all those things affect me. And then Devik, like actually pandemic can be Devik because nobody can see that virus. So basically, earthquake and some things that can happen suddenly, so some Devik thing happens. That's one disturbance. Another one is environmental. Or neighbor dog can be barking and all that, those kind of things. And the third one is internal. So peace for all three. That's what it is. Okay. You can read further, Sneha.
This peace verse gives us an idea of the team spirit in which the teacher and the taught approach the business of teaching and learning. In Brahm Vidya, no progress is possible without the active cooperation of the teacher and equally sincere cooperation of the taught. Hence the special prayer, may we never quarrel with each other. This prayer seems to be especially imperative in the study of the scripture, where the chances for wasteful and useless arguments are so many that they can lead us into the meshes of ruinous misunderstanding, understanding and non-understanding of the Shruti at every step. Shruti at every step.
Shruti over here, sorry. Shruti over here means all the Shastras. Huh? Go ahead.
Each day the teacher and the pupil started and ended their lessons chanting this stanza of peace. Even today, wherever the Shruti is taught, this practice is strictly followed.
That's why you see that when I start with that, but now we know the meaning. And this useless argument and wasteful arguments, I'm not picking on anyone. Huh? We all are victim of that. जब हमने भी शुरू की थी study group, 25 years ago, we used to ask those questions too. And because you're just, but then you get away from the subject. And I remember that in the beginning we had a lot more argument. अभी मैं पूछती हूँ तो I'm not discouraging you to ask question, huh, please. But I'm just saying that how I can see the mind has quietened down. पहले हम लोग एक ही वर्ष होता था और कितना argument back and forth होता था. That some of them, that's why we created that half an hour period that, okay, if somebody has some topic, because otherwise that used to be taken up by the class and then we wouldn't move forward. So he's just telling you the thing, they had kind of known everything. This is like thousands of years ago, but human psychology doesn't change. So they are just telling you that when you are taking these serious studies, there are certain protocols you just follow properly, and then it will be brilliant study. That's what he's just reminding you. And when we say this verse with understanding, then as we go in the studies, we will be more sensitive to it. That's what it is. So this is what we'll stop here, and then from next week we'll actually get into the verses of Kathopanishad. And as I said, it's a very, very significant Upanishad because the major ideas, Krishna Bhagwan, some verses are literal, like picked up from there, and Krishna Bhagwan told Arjuna. So Bhagavad Gita, you will see that how it will be. And there are many more things that are going to come because each Upanishad goes in detail in certain things. So it will be a, I think, very exciting study, this one. Yeah, here,
I have
Kamlaji.
something to say about this mantra. Hello?
Please, of course, go ahead, Kamlaji.
This mantra we use for Shruti for whenever we are reading scriptures together. But besides that, this mantra is used for any activity which we do in a group. Even for when you are starting a project with your family, with your husband, with the other members of the community, or with any kind of project, this mantra is used there. So here, when they translated this mantra, they use the terms according to the study. But this can be, the actual meaning of this mantra is like, Om Sahana Vavatu, we all may be protected together. Om Sahana Bhunaktu, we all can be fed together. Here we are talking about feeding of knowledge. It can be any kind of like, Sahakiryam Karvavahe. We can work together. So we can be protected together, we can be fed together, we can work together. Tejasvina Vadhitamastu, or whatever we do brilliant work in that area. So you will find, this is for clarification of the members, because they will find this Shanti Mantra in most of the yoga classes, in many of the other projects, like when there is a big conference going on and the person is spiritual, the leader, they will start the conference even with this mantra.
Very true. And what you said, and even in Chinmaya Mission, no matter what we do, टीचर्स मीटिंग, स्टूडेंट्स मीटिंग, मतलब जैसे हम लोग मिलते हैं सबसे पहले बैठ के ये मंत्र करते हैं और लास्ट में सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः बोलते हैं. सो कमला जी ब्रॉट अ एक्सीलेंट पॉइंट दैट यहाँ पर वो स्टडी हम लोग कर रहे हैं इसलिए बोला, मगर ये मंत्र, ये जो हमारे जो मंत्र है ना, जितने भी शांति पाठ, वो बड़े सार्वजनिक हैं और वे पूरे अर्थ को अप्लाई करते हैं. यू डोंट नीड टू बी लाइक हिंदू टू डू दिस, बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग हिंदू अबाउट इट. इट इज मेकिंग अ स्टेटमेंट that hey, it's a sarvajanic prayer. So it's a very good point, and all of us can use it all the time, and if we know the meaning, then obviously it will be so much nicer.
So I think Kamala, can you repeat the meaning again? I want to write it down.
Meaning इसका ओम सहनौ अवतु. Now आता है कि we both, so two parties are involved in this mantra, that we both, the one who is leading and one who is following, we both can be protected. Avtu means we can be protected. Sahanau bhunaktu, we all can be fed together. Like when we are going on this project, we'll be needing the food also. Here, when we are talking about scriptures, our food is knowledge. But if you are in other project where you need really food, then we can be fed together. Sahaviryam Karvavahe. And together we can work with lot of energy. Whatever work we do, we can do with utmost energy in that project. तेजस्विना वधीतमस्तु. और जो भी उसका रिजल्ट आए वो बहुत तेजस्वी रिजल्ट आए, यानी कि बहुत हाई लेवल का रिजल्ट आए. माँ विद्विषावहि, हमारे बीच में कभी मनमुटाव पैदा ना हो. So the only thing I brought it here is like it's not limited only to scriptural studies. It can be with yoga, it can be with convocations, it can be with conferences, it can be with small projects in the house. You are trying to remodel the house and there is a lot of conflict going on between husband and wife. So we can silently pray that those conflicts can be resolved easily and we both can work together to achieve the same goal.
I think Prem ji has something to say.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Prem ji. You have to unmute yourself, Prem ji. We can't hear you.
Some families say this prayer even before a meal.
हाँ, sure, because ये है ना भुनक्तु है ना, सहनौ भुनक्तु. What so it can be, that's exactly what I said. These are mantras you can chant anytime, and it will relate to खाने के साथ और कुछ प्रोजेक्ट के साथ, स्टडीज के साथ. और जैसे मैंने बताया कि चिन्मया मिशन में हम लोग कुछ भी करते हैं तो सबसे पहले वैसे ही शुरू करते हैं. सो व्हाटएवर कमला जी सेड इज वेरी गुड पॉइंट शी ब्रॉट. So,
फैमिलीज में खाने से पहले खाने का मंत्र तो नहीं है, ये
नहीं है, मगर कर्ज किया जा सकता है. ट्रू.
But they follow it with another one. First they say this and then follow with another one.
Yeah. So the reason is because the whole family is sitting together on the table and they want to bring that harmony in the family.
Exactly.
The mantra is not bad at all. So they find this place, dining table, as a better place to bring that harmony in the family.
Right. Because that may be the meal time is a time when the whole family comes together.
Yes.
True. Yeah. Yes, Vandana. I think you're unmuted.
Yeah. No precious time before the God who gave us this food to say this prayer. It will be very helpful, Umaji, if you can post it on the Gita class, because these are fundamentals that whenever the point number 2 is, whenever that you're attaining something higher than yourself, any application that you're seeking the special incarnation to resolve the, not only the towards the effort, but also towards that may all this result in a productive end result finding also, whatever be it in life, whether it is contracts, whether it is conflicts, whether it is inner desire that you want from this world or from God privately, from it's a talk between you and the God power above. So
Sure, no problem at all. I will, in fact, you came in a little bit late. I already have the meaning, the verse, I mean, these mantras, the origin, the English meaning and everything. And I'll forward that again because now the group has doubled. We did that in the beginning. Absolutely. And I will do that.
It is really talking to God, you know.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to stop the class here and we can go in the discussion, whoever wants to stay. We'll do Sarve Bhavantu. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Guru.